Hello there. If you watched the Chicago vlog last night, you noticed that my vlogs are behind because I didn't edit them in time, and I was also struggling because I came home with a delayed flight. I had a morning wake up, and it was a race against time for me to finish editing the vlog and get it up 2 days late. I got it edited, had about 3 hours sleep. I woke up, it took a while to upload. I woke up and it said copyright, 10 seconds of music detected. So now YouTube's processing me erasing the song. So I had about 3 hours sleep and the video can't even go up today. I'm gonna delay it till tomorrow. Okay, we're gonna be 3 days behind. This is unprecedented. My holiday vlogs are never that far behind. Sometimes 2 days, 3 days behind. It might work okay then, work out okay, because I got a holiday to Africa very soon. So maybe the vlogs will just be straight away instead of having a day gap, because when I get home, I got a day gap and then I'm going back to another country. But yeah, the situation's the situation. Okay, so today we got an Austin tour. I did an Austin tour on Monday. Today's 1 hour shorter with similar stops. If it's the same, it's the same. But I wanted to do both because there wasn't any full day tours available, so I just thought let's do a couple half day tours. I meant to do this on Monday, but I didn't. And then we got a food tour. It's a 3 hour tour, 3 to 6, and that's perfect because my flight's at 10:15 p.m. So I got to get to the airport by 7, 7:15. So as soon as the tour ends, I can just go. This hotel does not store luggage, so I got to go to luggage place that I paid like $4 to store my luggage for until like 7 p.m. So I'm going to store my luggage at a place, get to the tour place because there's no pickups for these tours. Get to the first Austin tour place. Austin tour ends, and I got like an hour and a half, and then the food tour, and then go back to my luggage, and then head to the airport. That is the plan for today. And then we're flying home. So yeah, we're flying home tonight. So yeah, we're all ready. We're all set to go. Suitcase is all packed. Put my liquids in there as well because I couldn't be asked to carry them. It's a damn good suitcase. Just bought it brand new. Backpack is less heavy now. Still got all the electronics in it, but I've taken some souvenirs out, put them in there. Even though I prefer to keep my souvenirs to myself, it's just getting too heavy. But I still got like the tower in there because I don't want to crush it in there. Speaking of crushing, I want this hat to stay in shape, and sticking in the suitcase even overnight, it just crushes it. So I'm going to carry it around. It's the easiest way to not crush it, and I can leave it under my seat on the plane and put this up. So yeah, representing the Hawks tonight. Go Hawks. If you're an American and you're a new viewer, the Hawks are an Australian football team. It's a completely different sport. So there's the European version of football, there's the NFL, but Australia has its own version of football, and it's a different sport completely. And in that sport, I support Hawthorn Hawks. Oh yes. The Super Bowl equivalent for that sport was last month. It was called the AFL Grand Final. I went to that game. There's a vlog on it on this channel. Check it out for a taste of AFL. I'm just giving myself self-promo. Anyway, let me drop my suitcase off. Let's go. Uber gave me a discount on my next ride, so it's $7.59 to the luggage place. So but it's not even that far. I think it's in downtown, but still, it's normally £15 now right now. So nice and easy fee. So thank you, Uber. So my hotel is called Econo Lodge. It's got a swimming pool. I'll show you. These are the swimming pool rules. If you want to pause it, that's a swimming pool. It's nice. You can chill around here. I have not done it though. So there you go, Econo Lodge. This actually changed names. I booked this hotel in January. It's actually also a branch of Travelodge, I believe, which is not there anymore. There's a sign there called Travelodge, but I think it's like part of Travelodge. In January, this hotel was called Country Garden Inn. It must have been bought or taken over, and I'm thinking maybe that's why I lost my reservation. Then when I checked in, when I came to check in, the reservation was not here. It was just not here, so it was just weird. It's just really weird. First time it's ever happened, but I think it might be due to the change of the hotel. But they kept my bookings. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, that's one of the disadvantages of booking a hotel really early. If they change their name, you get taken over, you might find some issues when you finally check in. It's probably best to contact before you go when you realize their name has changed. Also, I met with a WAYMO again, the automated taxi. That's what's coming to me of Uber. They got an option called contact support. So when you press it, they call you and you pick up the phone, and it's an automated voice first, and it says press 1 to speak to an agent. You press 1, and I did that to ask them, I've got luggage. Normally when you get an Uber or a taxi, the driver gets out, opens the boot, and get your luggage in. Or they open it for you and you can put it in. This is a robot. There's no one in the car. So I was wondering how it worked. I'm just like, can I put my luggage in here? And she's just like, yeah, you can open the boot. Okay. I don't have to tip either. Apparently it's a 31-minute drive. So £7.50 sounds even better right now. It really looks like a surveillance car, doesn't it? It really does. Why has it gone down there? It went all the way around there. It struggles to realise that it was said to pick me up over there. Okay. I got to unlock the vehicle through the app. Pressed unlock vehicle, those came out. I pressed boot on the app and it just opened it like this automatically. Perfection. That's what I like to see. Okay, this should be two-handed. There we go. So does it close when I press start ride?
Please close the trunk. Closing trunk. Please keep clear.
This is like... There we go.
Heading to Wiggins.
21 minutes,
Please
okay.
Make sure your seatbelt is fastened.
10:06 a.m.
Questions,
It's a bit...
press the call support
My tour's at
button to
10:30.
speak with a rider support agent.
And I can play music, but I don't get copyrighted. But yeah, this is kind of like the way it pulls out, like, and it goes pretty fast. Oh, I'm liking this a bit more. It's a bit less scary at night time, you know. Bro, what is like? Obviously, there's cameras everywhere, but like, I didn't notice that yesterday. Not yesterday, but during the F1 weekend. Wonder how much this car would have cost to the F1 to the track. Honestly, I'm surprised this isn't an Elon Musk thing. I thought this would be like Elon Musk invention written all over. Not an invention, but you know, like innovation. But it's just a company called WAYMO that are a group of Jaguars. A Jag. I love a Jag. And it's part of Uber. I don't know if these work in London, to be honest. London's a bit chaotic traffic-wise. I feel like someone would crash into one of these. It goes down different roads though. I don't know if that's like, if it's like specified to certain roads, because it seems to avoid the shortcuts that the normal Uber drivers do. To be fair, it is cutting down time by going this way. It says 10:05 there, on the app it says 10:03. It seems to like go through roads that avoid like the main traffic areas. That's what it seems like. Yeah, there's definitely something more enjoyable now. As long as it don't crash, it's a much better experience than it was on Sunday. That was a little scary. I need Texas to get a bit hotter. Not as hot as Saturday, but a bit hotter. So someone, a Texan who lives obviously in Texas, he commented on my F1 video and he explained what was going on with me not sweating at all, about how hot I was and how I felt. And he explained like it's like I forgot the full comment, but he mentioned like in part heat stroke, and by the time you get to the point where you're not sweating, like you don't want to be there. You want to keep hydrating. If you're at the point where you're not sweating, you're in a bad position. The beginning of heat stroke and already heat exhaustion. I'd probably put it on the screen anyway, but I wanted to remember myself and reread the comment. So I'm glad to know. It's like I was really like, I'm so exhausted. I'm so tired from this heat. My heart was racing a bit as well. And I'm not even sweating at all. Like, why am I so dry in this heat? At least it's been explained to me now, so I appreciate that. I really do. Oh, friend. WAYMO friend. For a second I thought saying the car's name would get to talk to me like Siri, but no, that's not a thing. Ah, and we discovered a nice new part. Not new part of the city, but a nice area to view the city from. I think as it expertly goes around roundabouts, like, it's actually perfect. I know there's not many cars around, but it's so comfortable going at speed round turns. What a beautiful city. I know it ruined my sleeping pattern completely, but I'm glad I did that back tour. It was awesome in every way. Oh, it said 10:02 for a second. Either way, it's making up time. So just because the shop opens at 10 anyway, so they should be open fully by that point. The company's called Bounce, so it's like a luggage storage company, and there's shops and stores that take part in it. and they sign up to Bounce, and you book through Bounce, and they got a bunch of locations with stores that are signed up. So the store I picked was Wiggy's. They're reliable, they got good reviews, so I'm trusting them in my suitcase that's got some valuable souvenirs in there. I love a drive across the river bridge. It's very scenic. Even changes lanes as well. That's cool. He even changes lanes when there's traffic. Oh, he's going uphill. The elevation into turn 1.
Don't forget your phone, keys, or wallet. There are more drop-off options in the app.
And my luggage. Don't forget my luggage. He's through turn 1. Unbelievable from Leclerc. That wasn't the exact commentary, but I'm winging it. Oh, back down. Oh, it's perfect. And Max Verstappen wins the United States Grand Prix with just 5 races left. Could he make the greatest comeback of all time? Oh, that's brilliant. There we go. Oscar Piastri needs to improve ASAP to deal with this. There we go.
You're exiting, and don't forget any items in the trunk.
Press the I open this twice and it opens, and it automatically unlocks the boot, which is great. Just get my bag, which is very heavy. I never use this pocket, you know. It would be useful. Okay. Thank you for not taking tips. Why is it not? It's not closed the boot and it's not going. There's no option on the app to end the ride. I'm so confused. On the bug, I pressed end trip early and then it closed the boot. So I think it's still ending the trip.
What's your name?
David.
What's your last name?
10:05. That was nice and easy. Wiggy's. W-I. Well, it's right there. As the guy in there's really cool. He asked my name to verify, name and surname, which I verified. He said your booking is 1 bag. Obviously, he had the booking on his phone or on his device, and he said your booking is until 7, which I booked. I booked until 7 p.m. He says we don't care if you're late, but the doors lock at 9 p.m. So after 9 p.m., your suitcase will be stuck in there if you don't arrive. So, yeah, nice and easy to understand. So there we go. Really cool. Really cool guy. He sells alcohol in there and plenty of liquor as well. So I recommend Wiggy's. Based on the guy, seems cool. So yeah. Waterloo Records. Why has it got the London Underground sign? Is that related to Waterloo in London, the Underground station? That's what it seems like. But yeah, I need to now get an Uber to the next place. 27-minute walk. I'd have to run in this heat to be able to go on my feet. So there should be an Uber nearby. It's matched me with. Why is he going that way? I guess he's got to turn safely. The robots. He's coming back for me. He was in that car park opposite. Maybe I should have walked over there if I saw it. That is like you book an Uber, it searches for a driver. Then if there's one of those nearby, it then recommends it to you, and then you can select it. So you can't auto-select a WAYMO, as far as I know. Another £5.30 free. I could have, because Uber has a thing where you can do multiple destinations. You can like do multiple stops. I could easily do that with a robot. I don't know why I didn't. That's my bad. I save money on tips, you know. At least there's that. I always have like, I don't even have to like with Uber, like, but I always have a habit of tipping Uber drivers abroad. It just feels. It feels fulfilling because they give me a ride to where I want to go, and they get 100% of the tip. They don't get 100% of the actual taxi fare. They get 100% of the tip. So I feel like it's a good way to help them out, even though they probably make a lot of money anyway. You alright, mate? Don't drive like that. The police come for you.
Visitor Center.
It says good to
Sure
when you open the door.
For any questions, press the call support button to speak with a rider support agent.
When you open the door, it says good to see you, David, and it says good morning, David on the screen, and it says start ride. I like that, even though it's automated. I like that. 10:18 arrival. That's 12 minutes before the tour. I should be okay. It's really cool to see like when there's a person on the side, or there's cars around. Like it just shows it on a graph. Even the parked cars are visualized. That's really cool. And there's another Waymo. That's funny. There's someone else in there. They want to be filmed. Yeah, they're in the front seat. Someone in the front seat. You don't want to film them. Waymo and Waymo. Way. It's the GTA glitch again. There's two more. What's going on? There's now a convoy of Waymo. There's not one behind us, unfortunately, but there's 3 Waymo in a row. We almost got Connect 4. That's crazy. None of us are turning right now. We're all going straight. Sorry, Waymo and Waymo. We gotta leave you. No Connect 4 for us. No chance. We're almost there. 2 minutes. Like, that is so cool, man. You just detect everything around you. It's like, it's perfect. Why have I not charged my phone? I know it's on a high, it's like 87%, but I prefer to keep it as high as possible for as long as possible. Yeah, the Austin Visitor Center, and this is where Austin Detours LLC, I believe they're called. This is where they depart from, so I just gotta find them, really. So yeah, people are gonna look at me weird, but there's people looking at us staring at the car now. I'm just gonna get out of a robot.
Please make sure it's clear before exiting.
Cheers, mate. And that unlocks the car. There we go. Right, I'm off. Well then, goodbye. It's conveniently a shop in here where I haven't bought souvenirs for Texas yet. Oh, there we go. That was easy.
Seeing as much of kind of central sort of downtown area as much as we can. Yeah, I heard chili said too chilly. I don't even know how you repair a floppy disk, right? This is actually a secret bar. It's a secret bar. You go to that steel door next to the yellow one. It has a keypad, 6842 star. It changes every month. The original visitor center was, and convention center, knocking it down, about to make our new convention center to get some like Southern comfort food, the Moonshine Bar and Grill. But around 1837, Stephen F. Austin, who we get our namesake from, traveled right around, we traveled from Tennessee, Louisiana way with about 7 or 8 families, and they settled right around here and made the little colony of Waterloo. So before we were called Austin, we were called Waterloo. You'll still see that name around on some various things, Waterloo. Sparkling water, this really cool vinyl record store on the west side called Waterloo Records. Favorite one in there's Adam Sandler, love Adam Sandler. That little railroad track we just crossed over is the Metro Rail. With that construction, they're adding more of those. We only have one of them. It's 1 car, 2 cars long. It's the only like public transit, like rail system thing we have in Austin. So it's good they're gonna make more of them. Like they're gonna make 5 more of those cars. I haven't seen them work on it. It goes, that's about as far south as it goes. It goes all the way. Having like a little rail system would help. This is the beginnings of Rainy Street. And these were the first 2 houses that got converted. This one's not even around there anymore. Funny enough too, that's bars 3 stories now.
Oh, they built up around it. They just built
It's like a dance party up there on the 2nd story. Yeah, later at night it gets a little crazy down here. There's not too many like bigger stages. Point this off here. I see this little shack right here on the right. This is the last residential property on Rainy Street. The city is trying to offer this guy some money to get out of here, and developers as well, to develop this spot. That's the main highway, goes all the way north and south. Either that, I mean, there's also, I mean, like 25% Mexican folks all over to this side of town. Nowadays, you know, it's pretty integrated all over the place, but the east side especially has really, really rich heritage of African American and Mexican cultures on the east side of Austin. Left of the Violet Crown Social House. It's a fun little bar. It's a nickname for Austin, the Violet Crown Street. Uptown Sports Club on the left. Aaron Franklin of Franklin Barbecue fame. That's his take on like to Volstead Lounge on the left. Is more like dance music, but Hotel Vegas has like rock and roll, punk rock, indie rock. They have some like more weirdos, hot dog eating contests, dog shows, good country music. I know they'll have a band, Willie Nelson and Casey recently. None of this never used to all be here. Now it's mixed use condominium stuff, businesses down below, residential up top. That's like the Austin City Bird, the Grackle, and fried chicken. Very, 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 very good. Very excellent spot. Love Spicy Boys. You guys ever heard of that guy? Daniel Johnston? Disorder and schizophrenia. So when he would play like these bigger shows, he would like, it is, huzzah, let's check it out. Unless this person wants to cemetery, gorgeous little cemetery, and it is mainly gorgeous sort of by this signage over here on the right. Speed limit 10, Texas 165. Some signage you normally don't see in a cemetery. This is a highway that we're on right now. This is Texas Highway 165, the proposed budget to touch it all up, and they were like, money for the cemetery? Yeah, sure, but we'll put this at the bottom of the list. We got 5 p.m. A lot of like notable Texans, Texan war heroes, Medal of Honor awardees, Purple Heart awardees, famous Texans. On the left, on the little mountaintop up there, one of those graves is Eugene Cernan, who is the last man and Texan to step foot on the moon. It's Chris Kyle's grave. Yeah, a lot of notable Texans. 67 of them? It's like the amount of colonels and generals they had in their whole situation. That's what they represent. And this is the end of Texas Highway 165. Which is good for him, you know. And about like 2 miles east, there's a loves celebrating the late 1940s and 50s. A lot of action happening over here. Paperboy on the very popular. Nickel City on the left, my favorite dive bar on the east side. But every year for Halloween, they convert to Moe's from The Simpsons. Everyone go there, you get some Duff beer. Nickel City is great. They use it as Victory Grill. Victory Grill, named after victory over Japan Day in 1945. This spot was started by an East Side resident, a guy by the name of Johnny Holmes. And Johnny Holmes just wanted a spot for his friends, black soldiers returning home from war, a spot for his friends to get some good music, or get some good food and see some good music. You know, the late 40s, there wasn't too many spots like that for African Americans, but this little room became one of those spots. And this room and one other room became one of only 2 stops around Austin on the Chitlin circuit back in the day. It's like the safe route black musicians could travel and play shows. So this little room right here saw the likes of like Ike and Tina Turner, James Brown, Chuck Berry, Etta James, Buddy Holliday, W.C. Clark. Like the biggest names in music history came through and played at the Victory Grill. At the Stevie Ray Vaughan, they would let Stevie Ray Vaughan. It was made in 2014 by here on the corner. Yeah, big church. Big, for stronghold for the community here on the east side. And sometimes you'll see people would tag over some murals or tag over some different things. What's called dissing in the art scene, but you never see the mosaic. Aaron Franklin has been sold out of brisket. This is right here. Aaron Franklin got his Master Chef status in 2013. And it is, let's see, yeah, it's 11/13, so they just opened. It's not the worst there. I've seen it go around where you can't even see the end before, so that's not the worst. Right here on the right, love the Mohawk. Marshall Amplifiers just did a big showcase here. Not Cheer Up Charlie's. Met my girlfriend at Cheer Up Charlie's. Really fun, colorful, like discotheque kind of dance club. They'll have some bands playing. And barbecue on the left. You might have seen the barbecue sauce. Targets, Walmarts, shipped all around. Yes, this is where it comes from. But I'd send you here now to see a show right between all these trucks here. On the left, through this brown fence, is the Stubbs Waller Creek Amphitheater. Fits about 2,000 people back there. And before they made the Moody Amphitheater, used to be the largest spot for outside music in downtown Austin, Texas. The restaurant's right there on the corner, some more good barbecue. Willie Nelson used to first come there and play for a plate of food. He was like, don't pay me, I'm hungry, come on. Down there is Creek in the Cave. They're a fun little comedy club. I'll be hosting a show at 8 o'clock at Creek in the Cave tomorrow, if anyone's here in town tomorrow. Comedy at Creek in the Cave tomorrow. I'm checked and ready to go. Love Red River. And that brings us to 6th and Red River, about to take the turn onto Central 6th Street, what the locals lovingly refer to as Dirty 6th Street. They do like sketch vaudeville theater, like Saturday Night Live, but everything's like Austin, political humor, pop culture references. The Velveeta Room, Oldest comedy club in Austin. Love the Velveeta Room. Say your sing-along recommendation. Mothership. Joe Rogan's new comedy club. With Mitzi's Bar, that's the club's bar there. Named after Mitzi Shore, who is the booker and owner of the Comedy Store in LA. Actor Pauly Shore, The Blind Pig, are Shakespeare's. But most of the music on Central 6th Street will be like cover bands. Which is fine if you're just looking for anything, like 80s covers, Southern rock and roll. Red River area, or up and down South Congress at the end where I'll show off is definitely some other spots for some more very, very opulent spot. Sandra Bullock filmed Miss Congeniality, the first one inside there. Lyndon Baines Johnson found out Kennedy got assassinated and was sworn into office inside the Driscoll. The Texas Rangers all met up inside there before they went to go capture Bonnie and Clyde. Every governor's inaugural ball we've ever gone inside the Capitol a little bit here. Paramount Theater on the right, old gorgeous theater. Harry Houdini used to play there. They're doing Panic at the Paramount right now. And you think the horses are getting paid? I don't know. Yeehaw. This is our Capitol here. We'll take a left and curl around the back, park. Popping inside for a little bit before we check out south of the river. She's the goddess of liberty. She's got a sword in one hand to protect our freedoms and the Lone Star of Texas in her other hand. She's a relatively newer one too. There's another one of hers. She was made of lime. Our second governor has been living in this house. It's one of the oldest continually inhabited buildings in Austin, or houses.
Now what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Just here.
Side of that, like darker, not darker roof. No, that's for all these too. Yeah, this is the Texas Supreme Court right there. The archival office. There's electricity down there.
Slip cover. It's like. Yeah, I did too. That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
It's like in East Texas. These are Tyler Rose. Music festival. It's this first year they're about to expand it to South by Southwest. We'll see some architecture on the right. We'll have private schools. But that is the Tribes.
It's like such a mix. All of a sudden,
yeah, they really. I wish one thing I want Austin to do better of is like preserving like historical buildings. Unless something has like a historical plaque in front of it, bright and shiny up in front of it. Republic Square on the right. Saturday mornings, they got a nice little farmers market down in there. That's a good one. This will be the Texas-Colorado River we're going over.
where do they get their lobsters from?
That's a good question. Probably Maine. Somewhere in the East Coast, probably. Peak summertime, you'll see hundreds of paddleboards, canoes going all up and down this. There's a 12-mile orchestra performs there. The winter time, they'll turn that big ring thing in the front to a big skate rink. They're fun. They do some fun different events. Show Friday Night Lights. This is where they all film Friday Night Lights. Yeah, it's all filmed here on the field and in the school. Also, if anyone knows that Richard Linklater flick, Dazed and Confused, with Matthew McConaughey. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, that 50R, that's the school. It's like their last day of school. They're all leaving the school. That's the school that they're all... What a world. Some more French end things in this area. Elizabeth Street Cafe on the left there is great. It's like a French-Vietnamese fusion. And we can pop on out, go on over, get a little photo, and then we can pop on in here, La Patisserie, French bakery, and I can get everybody a little treat for taking my tour today, like a little macaroon, cream puff or something. We'll figure it out, see what they got in there.
Thank you. I think I'll have one too, please. Okay. I love one.
I love Big Top on the left, like old school soda pops, old school kind of candy. There's Allen's Boots, there's Lucchese, there's Tacovas. There's like an Allen Boots Light for a little more discounted options. Sometimes there's a comma, name brand sort of things you see in some other malls, strips all around. So South Congress kind of has towards the top of the hill space too, right down over here. So sometimes people put some chairs up or some blankets and hang out down on the green space. But yeah, this side, all the bats will come out.
But they're all hanging out underneath there now.
They are up, yeah, all underneath us right now. Cooper's Barbecue as well, right over here on the right. Great barbecue spot, Cooper's. Probably like the visitor center's like right over here. But that brings us back here to the visitor center, concluding Joey's Best of Austin tour. Was it a fun time, guys? Good time? Hey, on applause break. That's what you want. And yeah, before you leave, don't scurry away too.
This Austin Tuck Adventures. That's not a Berg hybrid, is it? No, I don't think it is. Looked like it from a certain viewpoint. The code to get in that underground bar is written on that note. He wrote it down for me. It opens at 4 though, and I got a tour at 3 until 6. So I probably won't be able to make it to see that place, but you never know. I wrote down a website, do512.com. There's a bunch of things you can do in Austin. Just a bunch of recommendations. It's like added to by Texans as well, so do512.com if you ever visit here, which I recommend. It's a nice city, it's nice and quiet, and a lot of things to do and see, especially bars, karaoke, discos. He mentioned a lot, like this is a very different tour to Monday's tour, a very different tour to Monday's tour. The Monday's tour we had multiple stops, you know, we stopped multiple places, obviously including the mountain, which you didn't see today. This was more of a drive around, show you the city tour, stuff to do, city secrets. You'd be surprised by the amount of secret doorways and entrances there are to bars and clubs around here. Like, there's literally like a, was it a karaoke bar? Let me check. There's a jazz club somewhere below a sushi restaurant, which I'm pretty sure is near this area, the city visitor center. You can probably look it up. But there's a sushi restaurant, and in the basement of it is a jazz club, which is really cool. There's quite a lot of hidden things below, in the basement, below other things, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm gonna go head over to El Camino now. I think it's called El Camino. Casino El Camino. The tour guide says it might be the best burger in the city. So I'm just like, even though I got a food tour later, it's almost 1 p.m. and I haven't eaten at all. So might as well have like a bit of a starter and trying that burger. You know, that's what I'll do. The last road we went down, obviously I walked down there yesterday, but that's a famous road. Well, not famous, but famous amongst Texans, but like it's a popular road for restaurants and shops. A bunch of shops near the bridge they added after COVID as well. It was like a drive-through tour showing us around with a couple stops. One was the Capitol building, which was fun. And the other one was quite funny because we went to that mural, Greetings from Austin. And as part of going to that mural, he treats you to a treat that's on the house from him. And I'm just like, I did that exact same thing on Monday. I was just like, do these tour companies just copy each other? I'm curious if any other companies do that. But my tour guide was Joey. He was great. He was great. I tipped him I tipped him $20, but this tour is like $36. So I was very generous with that. But I only had five $20 notes. And I only got that because, well, for tips. I didn't have any 10s. I wanted more 10s. But regardless, this one was $36.46. The one on Monday I did was $88.50. Obviously that includes the mountain and more stops, more of a premium tour. That's literally called a premium tour. I really enjoyed this one. I think Monday's tour was better, but this one is good value for money. Can't really argue with $36.46. A 2-hour tour driving around. You go in the capital as well. Doesn't take you upstairs like the other tour does, but you still go into the main area. And obviously you get that tree at the end from next to the mural. So yeah, and he tells you about lots of things you can do, you know, restaurants, places to eat, barbecues, bars, all sorts of places that you can see, eat and do and drink in Austin. He gives you all sorts of information, and I think it's brilliant. Like, it gives you like streets to go down. He even asks you at the start, like, what you're most excited to see in Austin, like what do you want to see. And people mention like shopping and streets, so he like catered that to them. Like, he went down certain streets where it's just like, oh, this is good for shopping, some good restaurants down here, there's a great spot over here. It's great, you know. He asked you at the start like stuff you want to see as well. So obviously within the means of the city, it's a 2-hour driving tour. He'll take you to places where he reckons he can take you. So it's absolutely brilliant, this tour. Really, really good. So the music festival, South by Southwest, which take place in London and Sydney, it started in Austin, Texas. Yeah, it was their thing. And the tour guide said he initially thought, when he saw London, he thought, oh, they would invite Texans over and stuff. No, London's version is just its own concert, but the original version of that concert and music festival started here. Also, that gate outside the Capitol building, that used to be the most northern point of the city. You couldn't build anything beyond that. So I don't know what that was on Monday. I've not found that out, so that was good information. This looks like a tram platform, but with no tram lines. It's a bus stop. Learned more about the two statues at the Capitol. One was, I can't remember their first names. Actually, I know, Steve and Austin, Steve F. Austin. I love how it's called Steve Austin, because obviously there's a WWE wrestler, Stone Cold Steve Austin. But yeah, Steve F. Austin, and something Houston. Those are the two guys. Houston was the guy with the sword. Austin was one with the gun. And they used to have a kerfuffle over who could be the capital, Houston or Austin. There was even a war about it as well, over the rights to be the capital. Back then, to be the capital, you had to like hold like a bill, like some documents. So the guy from Houston sent a posse down on horseback to try and steal it. And a woman, I can't remember her name, but a woman sort of heard about this, and she said, "Not on my watch." And she got this big cannon, and she fired this cannon. No one got hurt or anything, but she fired the cannon, and it was enough to wake everybody up, scare the posse away, and wake up people in Austin to chase them away as well, and to have a bit of a battle. They had a battle for about a week. No one got killed. The Houston guys put their hands up and left. That was quite a fun story to learn about too. So there's things I learned on this tour I didn't learn on Monday's tour, which is good. Like I got a bit of information from each tour, which is great. And I got stuff on that tour on Monday that I didn't get today. So there's plenty of benefits to doing more than one tour here, you know, especially when they're like 2-3 hours long. Else, yeah, that Houston uni has been around 150 years, so that's pretty cool. I keep forgetting things. I wrote these things down. I keep looking at my notes. Oh, this seems like a great place to walk down. There's souvenirs here as well. On the way to that restaurant I want to go to as well, that food spot for the burger. Skyscrapers. The skyscrapers here are all either built in 2005 or after, because before that there was like a rule where things couldn't be built higher than the Capitol building, which was like 6 stories tall. And I think after 2005, that rule, I can't remember exactly what he said, but after 2005, from 2005 onwards, all those skyscrapers you see that really tall, they're all built since that point. So they're all fairly new, you know, that's pretty cool. And some are still being built right now, of course. Yeah, America's slowest highway through the cemetery. It closes at 5 p.m. The only highway in the US that closes at 5 p.m. and it's the slowest highway in the US. It's actually, it's classified as a highway, and it's just a road through a cemetery. That's quite fun. That old house you see near the start of the tour. Oh, a couple officers. At the start of the tour, you see an old house, and that's the last residential house. You hear the tour guide say it, and they're trying to offer him money to leave, and their most recent offer is $8 million, he still said no. He doesn't want to leave that place. $8 million is a lot. Obviously, there's a lot of sentiment with your home. Like when I lost my home in July, I didn't want to leave. But yeah, that's crazy. 8 million is a lot of wealth. Yeah, anything else I wrote down, I just put in annotations on the video. Even some of the things I said, I put annotations, I think. Not everything, but some of the things I said. Oh yeah, Malonga bar. There's a Malonga cocktail bar, right? And it's like underneath or at the back of like another restaurant area. Oh, the Argentine cafe. Yeah, the Argentine bar that we went past near the start of the tour. So at the back of it, there's a red door with like a red coating above it. I don't know what you call those things. It's not called a coating. It's like, you know, that's above the door, but like semicircle shaped. You probably saw it. It's behind the Argentine bar. So at that red door, there's like a cocktail bar there. And I think, you go online first or something? I think you go online first, then you knock on the door and a guy opens the door for you and you go in. Something like that. So yeah, just an example. Like he mentioned many examples, but there's a lot of examples of like hidden secret bars and locations and restaurants, either underneath another place or just the back door of a place, or just a secret location. Like there's the bit over there where you've got to enter a code to go in, and he gave me the code for this month to go into that bar. Like that's pretty crazy. Apparently it's a spooky one as well. They've got some Halloween style decorations, but they're up all year, not just Halloween. I could go on and on, but most of the stuff I've written down I've told you, or at least half the stuff anyway. I guess I'll mention that barbecue queue outside that blue and white building. People queue up for that at like 7-8 a.m. and it opens like midday because they want to get that brisket, and the brisket runs out within 2-3 hours. They're closed because everyone has already bought it. They queue up 7-8 a.m. for barbecue brisket. That's insane. It's like it's like a tourist attraction, but like for the locals, for like everybody, not just tourists. Like locals queue up for that every day. They bring their own beer cans and water coolers to wait outside like 5 hours before opening time at 7 in the morning. You know how crazy that is? That's insane. Texas has a very unique culture, and obviously they got keeping it weird as their slogan. So really awesome to see their vibe. Like I did not expect such a fun atmosphere from them. I'm not saying they weren't fun. It's just that I did not know they had this side to them. I didn't realize there were such partiers over in Texas. I just didn't really think that about Texas. I was sure they had bars and party. I didn't realize it was so vast and diverse in terms of like things you can do, and like there's even different bars based on themes. There's like hip hop, there's rock and roll, there's country music bars. There's so many different types of music, themed music. So like it's not like there's so many bars where they're all the same. No, there's something different for each bar, something unique from each bar. Not just the type of bar it is, but also other things in there and the people in there and the community. So I just stepped over a curb. But yeah, it's really cool to learn about. So yeah, a great tour overall, and I'll give them a great review. This seems like a good idea. I'll definitely get like a couple things from here. I want something that says Austin, Texas, but it also says keeping it weird, but I can't see it on the same cap. Don't want to cause trouble with airport security, but that looks cool. Not buying it. Well, Mum's name is Deborah, not Debbie, but I think she'll find this funny, even though she's never been called Debbie in her life. I've got to get this one though, especially after the boat tour. My shopping is done, and as a bonus I got a bigger bag that I can stick my cowboy hat in, because like the cowboy hat like barely fits the bag, so I got to hold the handles in a weird way. So now I got that sorted. Also got a separate bag because I bought a couple of little gifts for my mum, which I think she'll appreciate. But yeah, I've kind of wasted a bit of time now. It's gonna be, by the time I eat this burger, it'll be time for the next tour, and it's a food tour. I don't know what that place is called there, but they got music playing already. Still waiting for their first customer. But the fact they're already open, and it's 1:17 p.m. 1:17. Like they start partying early over here. Just go check this out. Probably not much in there that I haven't seen. No comment. Chose the right team to rep. That's a pretty cool cap. I went by it, but it's pretty cool.
This one? No, not yet.
Jordania store? What? It's a really good store, man. I just saw one little thing in there. I thought, oh, that could be a good gift for mum. So I bought that. Then he said, you need $10 minimum to... and I'm just like, I've already bought most of my stuff. I need $10 minimum to card payment. I only got $20 left, and I'm just saving for the tour I do later on. So I just looked around, didn't find anything that I really wanted because I already bought the stuff. And I thought, oh, is a Kit Kat enough? He said yes. So the man who claims he's trying to cut down on sugar has now got a Kit Kat, but I got an excuse. I had to buy it to make the $10 card payment. So yeah, $10.80 in total, including tax. I say about America, I don't know why you've got a price in your shop and then there's tax added on when you pay. You should just include the tax in the price. Like, it's so much easier, so much simpler. I don't get why you don't, like, why you got to make things more complicated like that. Just add the tax into the price and like give the final price on display. But you see the price on display, then you go pay tax later on, and it's just like, come on now. All right, let's see how good their burger is. $18.50 for a burger. They wanted a burger, and I asked, like, what do you recommend? Because I wasn't decided. He recommended 3. He described all 3 of them, and I said the last one, please, which is the Pittsburgh. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that. I got fries as well. I don't know why. I'm doing a food tour later, but yeah, I've not eaten that much over the whole 5 days anyway, so I might as well treat myself today before I go back tonight. They call out your name on a microphone, and they tell you come get your food on the counter. That's really awesome. Microphone right there, and they just call you. It's cool. It's really cool. Here we go. I don't know why I got fries. I'm having a 3-hour food tour later, but yeah, it looks good. The Pittsburgh. You see on the menu earlier. You want to check the ingredients. I love how they just split in half like a sandwich. Let's dig in. So that was a damn good burger. I don't know if it's the best burger in the city, but it is the only burger I've had in the city. So at the moment for me, it is also the best burger in the city. I've now got just under an hour till the food tour starts. So the food tour got on a little bit, and I should have room. I should not have had fries, because that was quite a filling burger. And it's only a 12-minute walk from here, so nice and easy. It's on the other side of the convention center apparently. It says the fairground at 1:11, and my tour guide will be holding an orange umbrella. That should be good enough. This is just this way, and then turn left at Brazos Street, and then go down to the river, and it'll be on my right. No, my left actually, on my left. Oh, moonlight. I heard it's really good. Darwin's pub. Kind of foreshadow my trip to Darwin, Australia next year by looking at Darwin's pub in Texas. Great. Well, there we go. Brazos Street, right next to that famous hotel. There's souvenirs here too, but I am done, but I'm sure it is nice. All on this street. Ah, the Driscoll, yes. That's what I remember. It was, I forgot the name of the actual hotel. Well, I never. It's a cop on a quad bike. I've seen it all in Texas. Turn over a new beef. I like the wordplay. Different sort of tour. We can do a house tour. As if I can afford anything here. Now listen here, mate. Foxy's pub is a proper pub. Tune. I was literally on the street walking down here the other day. Nice to be back. Don't block the box. Up to $500 fine. That's a big fine. Does that include pedestrians? What if I go and stand there? I'm a pretty big guy. I'll be blocking the way to someone. Just got a WhatsApp from the tour guide. The meeting point is this southeast corner of Congress. Basically this street here. The southeast corner of Congress Street and 2nd Street, I believe she said. And she's waiting 111 Congress Street in front of Ellis Bar. So it's just around the corner here. So yeah, just around this building. Go there, turn right, and Ellis Bar should be in there somewhere. Red umbrella, she said, not orange. The app says orange, so you better change that. Look at all those pumpkins. Oh, Congress Avenue. Yeah, I think it's a Congress Street. Congress Avenue and 2nd Street. Yeah, that's definitely what I meant. Ellis Bar. Should be around there somewhere. Is that it? Is that Ellis Bar? Does it say Ellis? Can't tell from here. Yeah, it does. It says Ellis. Alright, she'll be in front of this at some point. I could have crossed a road earlier. I went a whole block. I could have just come down this way instead of going that way. Okay.
I love riding away.
It's only 2:27, so there's plenty of time. I should probably stick in the shade for now, and we shall wait for a bit. I can go over what we're trying today. We're trying barbecue brisket, but you're not from that barbecue place that has a long queue, probably a different place. The famous Austin breakfast taco. Or is it Texas breakfast taco? Either way, it's a breakfast taco and it's very popular apparently. This store also runs in the morning, so I really hope it's still sold in the afternoon. It says it's part of the tour, so I assume a 3 p.m. tour will not affect the breakfast taco. I hope not, because I would like to try it. But I've seen some places that sell them and they're just like, we sell these until we run out. Hopefully the tour guide knows a place that won't run out. There's also a secret stop, so there's a food stop only the tour guide knows, and I think that changes per tour as well. They probably rotate it around, but there's a secret place where we're going to eat where only she will tell you about, which is interesting. So I look forward to finding out what that is. I don't know if I can tell you because it's apparently a secret thing just for the tour, but there's that. On top of those 3 things, we get to try pinto beans, something called a Reuben slider. Sounds like a sandwich or something. There's also water as well. Got to include water. There's an option also to include drinks, like 4 different alcoholic drinks. I chose not to do it. As you can see, I'm flying tonight, and you know, it's not like I'm a drinker anyway. Beery smoothie. When I mean beery, I don't mean the drinking beer. I mean the animal beer. Beery smoothie. I don't know why it's called a berry smoothie, but we'll find out. And a flan cheesecake. Yeah. So smoothie and cheesecake will go down easily. We'll see about the rest of the stuff. Hopefully it's like, hopefully the portions are pretty moderate. I'm not going to be large for each one, are they? But considering I had a burger, I feel like I ate the burger too late. I should have gone to the burger first, then gone to the souvenir shops. That would have treated me better. But I'm looking forward to trying these things. That is for sure. We ran into a bit of an issue. The tour is still running, but with just me. It was initially supposed to be me and a group, and the group cancelled, so it's just me. They said normally they don't run the tour with 1 person. And I said, okay, you can cancel if you want, whatever works for you. But I also told them, and it's true, my flight home is tonight, it's my last day here. And then she was just like, okay, we'll do the tour. I didn't do that for sympathy, I just said, it's my last day here, it's a fact. So now I'm doing a 2-people tour, just the tour guide and me. Right. Right, that's going to be fun. By the way, on the previous tour there was a party of 5, just family of 5 from Long Island, 2 couples and an extra person. They definitely sound rich. A typical American family. All of them very much older than me. They were very interested to hear about the Formula One. And there was a group of three as well, 3 women from Kentucky. No, not Kentucky, Kansas, not Kentucky. Also a lot older than me. There was someone more my age, and I think she was just solo traveling. She's from Toronto, but she's East Asian as well. And then there was me, and then the really cool tour guide. So yeah, I don't know if I was the youngest person there. I might have been. Maybe the lady was younger than me. I don't know. But yeah, now it's just me and a tour guide. Nice. That doesn't give me the vibes of a school bus.
Now, this place started here in 2008. Loteria. And Loteria is Mexican bingo.
Yeah.
And typically you play it with like money, or you play it with like something that, you know, like I told you, everything is cooked in an avocado oil. And then you see some beautiful artwork. That was from Austin City Limits. That's been here. Starting with engines in your tab.
I did, yeah.
It was completely vacated. There was nobody. I'm gonna take a picture of you with your taco. Coopers, all of it was 2-in-1. And this was actually the 200 block of Congress Avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old time. They're here. They actually are home of the Big Chop. They've won multiple awards from not only their brisket, but also their Big Chop, which I'll show you at the picture. This is what they've won so many awards for, but also because they are home of the Big Chop, this is what they're known for. Oh yeah. Pretty cool, huh? We're about to have some brisket. Can I get a half a pound, please? Sure. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. That part right there, so we usually call that a little bit of marble, and usually you'll see that on your slice of brisket, traditionally. You should take a picture of this too. Looking at Texas in my rear view. And see how they put the Cooper's sticker over that? That's supposed to say mirror. When they bought these historical buildings, they actually found us. So they decided, okay, library, and the Austin Public Library. Q is famously known for being a place. You have to imagine little tiny rooms. It had like a little bed and a dresser. Remember the old wood I told you about? And they found this old wood retail store, and Joseph's retail store is the one that built this 2-story building.
Yeah.
Literally right next door to the Travis Hotel. They shared a brick wall. Really white. That's like over 4 blocks long. And I think this one was 1892. The employees and their family would. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, barbecue sauce, original dry rub, and steak sauce right there. If you turn around, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Typically, when you go have Texas barbecue, screened in or not screened in. This is a famous ventilation system. Is the reason why we don't have smoke in. Yeah. This is the famous Highway 281. That's a Black Crow. Well, I'm kidding. It's actually created in 2001 when they first opened their first location ever. And the recipe is Texas wildflower honey, peanut butter, banana, blueberries, and then their house-made almond milk. So they make all of their nut milks in-house.
Yeah.
Yes. I would definitely consider this a plant-based. Yeah, this place is pretty epic.
So what's this one called?
This one's called the Gringa.
Gringa.
Gringa. Have it with a flour tortilla. As you can tell, it's a little toasted. Ten-story mural called the Rainbow Mural. Oh yeah. 50 years, and it's a family recipe that comes out of Brooklyn, New York. But you're going to find it right here in Austin, Texas, made exclusively from Chef Brian Falk out of Taco Picasso. And it's got a cookie bottom crust. It is a unique take on a classic New York style cheesecake. It has a flan inspiration with a drizzle of caramel sauce on the top, and then a mint leaf to garnish. It melts in your mouth. Like I said, it's one of a kind, so.
It's really cool that the ground floor of that skyscraper is a food court. It used to be a banking area, and then they changed it.
Usually it's a quick thing.
Yeah, by the way, the burger was a bad idea. At least like that time. Maybe I should have had it like earlier in the day. Maybe I should have woken up earlier. But aside from that, like I was starting to feel full by the second taco. By the way, that second taco, that was the best bite of the day. I'm glad it wasn't just like small samples for each one. It gave you a decent sample of each thing. Obviously, it's tacos, a taco size anyway. But the beef brisket, that was a big sample. Very juicy on the inside, tasted so nice. The outside a bit too chewy, but still enjoyed the meal. Everything was good. I didn't dislike a single one. I had an empanada instead of like on the Acer slider, which is like a sandwich. We didn't have that. We had like an empanada instead, which was also really nice. This cheesecake was amazing. That was amazing, and that went down easy. Like I literally was done with that in like 20 seconds while she was explaining the origins of it. She knows a lot about where the food comes from. Like all the food that we had, it all originated locally in Texas, and not just Austin, but other parts of Texas too. And it was brought over here. Some of it started in Austin. A few of them started, like the two taco places, they started as food trucks. Then they grew into a bigger establishment, which is pretty awesome. Beef brisket, I asked her about the other beef brisket place. Forgotten the name again, but the place people were queuing up from like 7 a.m. And I asked her, like, what's so special about that? And she said, it's a good question. She said it's like really, really juicy. And I think she said like it's more to do with the guy, Franklin, I think his name is. Like he was famous, and it started to become like a word of mouth trendy thing that you gotta line up early to get that beef brisket. They're gonna be out by 1:30 in the afternoon, and it just became like a way of, it just became a normal thing, I guess. He explained it much better than I just did, but I at least got the idea of like why there's a specific barbecue place where people queue from 7 a.m. camping and waiting until the midday opening time, or 11 a.m. I think opening time, because it sells out within like 2.5 hours. But yeah, that was a nice personal tour, you know, just me. She said she's done this tour 4 years now, and I'm only the third time that she's done a one-to-one tour. So Yeah, basically she heard me on the phone saying like, oh, it's my last day here, and she said she couldn't let me leave Texas without showing me without showing me Texas, you know, through the food. And I'd had plenty of the Tex-Mex cuisine with some nice delicacies here and there. The weakest thing, I mean, they were all good, so it's a bit harsh to call anything weak, but the weakest thing I'd say was a smoothie. It was hard to drink it, to be honest. I had to like adjust the straw so much just to like make sure I could drink as much of it as I could. But I just couldn't physically finish it because it just wasn't liquid enough. But the stuff I could drink, which is like 3/4 of it, amazing, tasted nice. Ooh, Tiger Lily, that place, that red curtain place says Tiger Lily. I saw Tiger Lily flavor smoothies at the smoothie place. Interesting. It must be like an Austin speciality. There's a 32-minute walk from the end of my tour to my suitcase. It's going to be a bit longer because I'm going to take a bit of a scenic route. I got time. The tour ended in 2 hours 19 minutes. I guess it was a bit less because it was just me and her, so you know, it was more convenient in terms of like when to leave and when to how long to stay for at each place. She said I chose the right day as well. Like, apparently everything was packed on Monday, tours and everything. I was here on Monday, but like I wasn't like having food and stuff. Apparently like the barbecue place we went to was so packed out with F1 fans over the weekend and Monday. The airport was on the news because of people leaving Texas. So apparently I picked a great day today to do this tour. I've not been able to check my Monday Austin vlog until now because obviously I've been walking around touring, but the copyright is now clear because I muted audio. Well, not the audio, but there's an option called erase song where it like uses AI to like remove the song but keeps your voice. So hopefully that worked out fine because sometimes it sounds dodgy, but it's a flipping 11-second clip and the whole hour and 20-minute vlog just gets copyrighted. It's just like so ridiculous. But I made a decision now. Obviously Texas is 6 hours behind London anyway, and I normally aim for 10 a.m. London time, and that's literally 4 a.m. in Texas. So I'm gonna upload them 3 days behind. So when I get to the airport, I have Wi-Fi, I'll upload that. I mean, it is uploaded actually, it's already set to go. So I'll just schedule it for Thursday. Then I'm landing home on Thursday afternoon anyway, like 1:35 p.m. That's when I'm landing. I'll be able to get back, edit the Chicago vlog, edit this vlog, and edit the flying home vlog all in one go. And then they'll be uploaded on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And then on Monday, it'll be the first Africa vlog. Because when I get home, I get one day, I'm going back to work for a day. I'm working on Friday. And then Saturday I got a flight. So things are moving thick and fast. The original plan obviously was to upload every day from Monday, finish up on Friday, flying home vlog, and then a day off, and then Sunday post the first Africa vlog. That was the original plan, but obviously that's changed now. But it will help me in Africa because I'll be 2 days behind on vlogs, which means it will be more flexible to edit. But I'll probably still edit every time after I get home. I'm doing like a big tour every day I'm in that country, going to one African country, aiming to do more next year. I got a list of 4 African countries. It's a nice park, by the way. I got a list of 4 African countries I'm visit next year. Hopefully I can at least do 3, I believe, in the time that I got. I'm trying to squeeze a 4th in, but this year I'm doing 1, and I'm very excited because in that continent I've been to 6 continents out of 7, apart from Antarctica obviously. But in Africa I've only been to Egypt. I haven't really, I've been to Africa, just not officially, yes, but culturally no. So I'm looking forward to my trip this month as well, along with my potential trips of next year. So yeah, and even Asia, like Asia, I've been to Sri Lanka, and I've been to Dubai, UAE. So I've also been to Abu Dhabi as well, and Ras Al Khaimah, which are all in UAE. So I've been to one Middle Eastern country and the country where my parents are from, and that's all I've done in Asia. So that's another continent where it's like I've not really explored it, especially in Sri Lanka. Like that was the worst holiday of my life. Like I was sick half the week. I had a lot of mosquito bites. I got really bad diarrhea from chocolate ice cream over there. So I was on a 2-week holiday. The second week I was sick the entire time, and the first week I was with my grandparents. So I wanted to explore the country and see Sri Lanka. They didn't take me anywhere. We had like one good day in like a magical place with like horse rides and boat tours and strawberry farms and tea factories. We went to like one good place one day in the hills. Every other day was just boring because I didn't get to do much. Went to the beach. I wanted to swim. They were like, no, don't swim. There's sharks. I'm just like, what do we do here then? Why are we at the beach? That was crazy. There was a guy over there honking. He's now driven away. He was honking, shouting at a police officer standing there, standing guard. Yeah, or I don't know if it's a police officer or a security guard. He looks more like a security guard, but his uniform looks like a police officer guy. But there was a random driver in a pickup truck who shouted at him, hey, look at me, look at me. I was terrified. I thought he was talking to me because I'm crossing the road. I haven't stopped crossing the road because I was panicking. I'm just like, what's going on? I don't know what happened there, but I'm glad he's driven off. I mentioned the bars. There's so many good food places to find as well that are just unique to Texas and Austin, or at least like original to Austin. It's like unlocking a map in GTA free roam. You just discover new things every turn you take. The city is very walkable, man. So walkable. You can just walk around all day and just discover things all the time. Like, I did not expect to have this much adventure in Austin. It's been really fun. It will leave a lasting memory on me, not just for the F1. I've had a good couple of days here. It's unfortunately has to end, to be honest. That's why I'm taking this long walk, just taking it all in, because I got extra time before I have to leave. I'd rather use that time just to walk. And now I found this spectacular bridge through Google Maps, not Apple Maps. So nice. Ooh, what a week, huh? Captain, it's Wednesday. I did the meme, get it? Get it? Because it's actually Wednesday today. I'm so funny that, okay. I'm here all week. No, I'm not, I'm leaving tonight. Wow. Feels like if I went inside there, I would perish pretty quickly. I don't know if I put this in the Monday vlog, but that building, the way it's built, in early simulations, it would have collapsed. And to help it stick up, there's a huge tank of water at the top, which holds down the building. It's not the only thing that helps hold it down, obviously. That would be dangerous, but there's more safety precautions. But I mean, like at the top, there's a huge water tank, which weighs something tons, and it helps. Without it, who knows? This is the Austin Public Library. The boat tour guy said it has the most stories in Austin. He didn't say it was a library at first, but he said like, this building has the most stories in Austin. I'm just like, no, it doesn't. It's not even that tall. What do you mean it has the most stories? Are you counting them in width? Even then, it's not that big. I'm just like, what's he talking about? Then he mentioned, oh, it's the library because it has the most stories. Get it? It was a good joke. It's funny when he said it rather than me saying it now. But yeah, that is the library. I wanted to walk past that. That's why I'm walking down this way. The library was on 2nd Street, and that park I went past, that small park, was on 4th Street. So I went to 4th Street to see that park, came back down to 2nd Street to see this library. I don't know what I'm doing. Cybertrucks. They seem to be very popular in Texas. It's the second one I've seen today. They're constantly around. There's even a car park below it. That's crazy. When I learned in Chicago that skyscrapers are supposed to sway, I was just like, wait, what? They're supposed to move? Obviously not a lot, but apparently they're supposed to move. That is one beautiful husky. I know it's from the back, but I saw its head. Beautiful husky. Another automated taxi. It's not WAYMO. There's a few. I heard there's like 3 or 4 different types. Because I mentioned that to the tour guide. She was just like, yeah, I've seen a few of them. There's another one, I did see it earlier. It has like a big rectangle on top of it. And I don't know if that's on Uber or something. I don't think it's on Uber. It would have been, I think, if it was on there, I would have seen it, I think. But yeah, WAYMO's not the only one, but apparently WAYMO's very unique. Very crazy compared to the others. About 15 minutes left of this walk. It's guiding me down the river this way. That pathway there, I'm assuming. I know that pathway there. The water kind of dips and weaves and it curves. I've just got to follow the curves, cross the river once, and I'll be there soon enough. Oh, this is dried up. Well, I heard it's not rained in months from Monday's tour guide, so I'm not surprised. So it's not really much of a river. That's disappointing. It's like conjoined with the main river, like over that side. I'm guessing the water doesn't flow through this way. Maybe there's like a dam. I don't know. But the main river is like not far away, and this one connects to that. So I'm not sure why this isn't wet. I think it's down to a bit more than just it hasn't rained. I guess people in this skyscraper will not have too bad a view. They get a city in the background, and they get this nice little piece of nature. Oh, I took the wrong pathway. Yeah, I did. It told me to cross over that bridge. Yeah, I took the wrong pathway. But there is a way back up, so we can conjoin back again. I was expecting something a bit more nicer, you know, a bit nicer with water flowing here. And I've also gone the wrong way. Ooh, some water. So I could take a shortcut, go that way, a couple blocks down, turn right, and it's just a straight walk down. And eventually I'll get to the liquor store for my suitcases. But what would be the fun in that? So let's go back up that way, which had directed me in the first place. Two things I noticed a lot of down here. Three things. One, homeless. Two, a lot of cyclists and runners. A lot of exercise done down there. Three, a lot of graffiti. There's more on the other side of the wall. Yeah, those are three things I noticed from being down there. Still walk through it. Does it get dangerous there at night? I don't know. But if this was in London, I'd never go down there. No chance. London's full of crime, mate. Just stay on the main roads. London is too much. It turns out I'm going back down this way. So I just got to go back down the stairs again. Because the pathway's underneath there. So what was the bridge for? Why did it direct me through a bridge? That bridge ended over there. To a dead end. Don't want to wake him up, but there's more water around here. The tour guide asked me who the Hawks are, which I was very proud to answer, from an Australian sport, AFL. I asked her to Google Aussie rules, and she did, and she was kind of fascinated by a Google search. So, sorry.
Thank you.
A couple cyclists. Yeah. I'm a big guy. I was thinking of walking in. I wasn't thinking up the whole lane, but I think them fall in here, so it's a good thing they shouted me out. As I was saying, I potentially gained the AFL an extra American fan. A Hispanic woman from Texas. She could be a fan of AFL very soon. And if she is, I'm just saying, I'm taking the credit. I'm taking the credit. Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel like there's a crime problem here. Like, I feel safer the more I walk down it, because there's people cycling, running by themselves and with friends. But like, it could be a group of two, it could be in pairs. Most of them by themselves. Like, there's men, there's women, there's people of all ages just by themselves. Well, not all ages, but like, to an extent, let's just say, I don't know, 17 to 55. Approximately that range. There's people by themselves, male or female, just running down here and cycling down here. And I know it's not dark yet, but like, it's almost 6 p.m. So it definitely feels safe. Like, I feel more and more safe just walking down here. A place like this in London, like a canal area, you'd never catch me walking down it, because a lot of things could happen to me. Like, I wouldn't do this in LA either, to be fair. I'm hoping at least like some Texans watch this vlog, just like let me know like what it's like crime-wise. I'm just curious. I'm not looking to move here. I love London. I really do. I love England. But I like to visit America sometimes. I'm just curious, you know? What a crime rate's like. I'm just curious about that stuff. 10 minutes away now. What a nice walk. Because like, everyone has different perspectives, right? It's just that I see a lot of stuff online about different states. Like, I see a lot of stuff about Chicago. Went there for a day. It felt amazing. But like, if I go to like New York or LA, I'm extra vigilant, because I feel like something might happen to me. You know, I wouldn't do a walk like this in those states. But here, maybe on the first day I wouldn't, but now I'm more and more confident I can. This is a nice walk. Very breathable. I can feel the oxygen. There's bats under here. I was gonna say there's bats under there, I can hear them. So I wanna get out of the building before they do a number 2 on me. It's the last area of the river walk I'm doing. I don't know if it's a river walk, but it's more of a stream than a river. I gotta get off at 10th Street to get to that place. But this goes on, I checked maps, and this stream goes so far up north. And there's a pathway with it as well. I'm gonna go up there, but it goes further down, and it goes so far. If you look on the map, it goes so far. I think you could walk for hours. Why have I gone this way? Let me use the pathway, even though that looks like a pathway. But yeah, it goes really far. I think you can walk for hours down here. Start in the morning, just go on a very flat hike. It's not really a hike, is it? But I guess it classifies as a hike. I just feel like a hike is more like, you know, a bit more climbing than this. That was a nice walk. I'm glad I did that. And look at that. You can see a nice view of some of Austin's skyscrapers. It is a city that's growing a lot. Has grown a lot over the past couple of decades and will grow some more. I look forward to seeing what it looks like in future. And who knows, I could be back for the F1 Grand Prix again. I would not rule it out, but I still have other tracks I want to take off first. Perfection. Nice and quiet, nice and peaceful. You right, mate? Just gonna scoot past you real quick. Good lad. As some of you know already, I want to go to Antarctica. That takes a lot of saving up. So next year I got a trip to the US planned, a trip to Australia planned, and some African trips planned. And I'm gonna see if I can come to the US again for the World Cup. I applied for a ballot, I didn't get it, but there's a second ballot coming this week. So I'm gonna see what I can get potentially. And if I can, then I can make a second trip to the States next year. I might also make a trip to Jordan to see one of the wonders of the world, Petra. It's just it's right next to a war zone, so I don't know if it's smart to go down there. So Jordan's like a 30% chance. So it's one of those things, like if I get the chance to do it and it's safe, I'll do it. If not, the target is US, Australia, 2 weeks in each place, 4 African countries, at least 3, hopefully a 4th one I can add in, and a potential World Cup trip. After that is all done, which should be by the end of next year, I am planning to save up to go Antarctica. It'll take a bit of time, maybe take a year or 2. After that's done, I can start thinking about exploring Asia. Ooh, a lot of traffic here. Got a list of 10 countries to visit in Asia, so I want to start going through that list. But also, I want to potentially go to more F1 races, as in more tracks. Like, I'd love to do Singapore. Mexico would be cool, but I heard they're discontinuing it. Brazil would be cool. There's some options. And obviously there's the new Madrid one coming. If it's a good track, I'll consider that one. So yeah, that's something, you know, for the future. But it could be like at least half a decade before there's even a chance I can do that. But I'm just saying, you never know. I could be back at Kota, because I do love Kota. And I wouldn't mind getting a second taste, especially when Cadillac will be established into the championship by then. Can't come next year for their debut season, but I'll get to see him at Silverstone anyway. So yeah, this has been fun. Let's get my suitcase and get an Uber to the airport. It could be a WAYMO. I trust it a bit more now than I did on Sunday. We have just got to make it there. Not a long distance to do. Bro, that light is not changing. I just crossed over this way, and this one ain't changing either. What's going on? What should change when I walk back? When I walk off? I wanted to go there. Howdy, y'all. Wow. That looks so cool. But the light doesn't work, so how'd I get there? Now I know that Waterloo is to do with Austin's original name and not to do with London's underground station, even though it looks a lot like the underground logo. This is all to do with Texas, nothing to do with London, which is quite surprising. But it must be some sort of connection, like a similar designer, or I don't know. Waterloo Records. Now I've got to go all the way here, cross there, go back past my luggage to visit that place, because I want to see if there's anything there that I could buy. All this because of traffic lights still aren't working. My days. Come on now. I found another negative of Austin. There's not many negatives based on my experience. It's been amazing. But I found a negative. Traffic lights. Yes, that's the negative. Enfield nails. I used to live in Enfield. That's fun. Wolfgang Bakery. Wow, the very best in pet care. A bakery, eh? It's a bakery for dog food. Found another barbecue. Need no teeth, eats my beef. Wow, good wordplay. It's a tavern here. Would not have been the worst area to stay, to be fair. Someone's dropped their scooter. Very convenient place to leave that. That light never changed, so I just, as soon as I saw the opportunity, I just legged it. And we're fine. Yeah. Okay, so this is the place where my suitcase is. What's the time now? 6:19. Okay, I gotta get to the airport by 7:15 at the... Well, I can get there later than that, but 3 hours early is the safe time to go. And I don't think the journey's more than half an hour, so we should be fine. We should be fine. Now I want to see about this Whole Earth Provision company, see what they're like, and then I am off. But they're closed. They're closed till 6 p.m. Just looking at the back, I can see some good gifts at the back. Oh well. It is what it is. She also mentioned like the airport is very like Texas based, not really like chains and stuff, mainly like home based, which I already seen, but like she said that she recommends me go around some shops over there, so that's what I'll probably do. Howdy y'all. What's the opposite of howdy? Bidey. Nah, that's not it. But I thought I'd end my time in Austin by looking at that. Wow. Well, Austin, you've been good. Well, apart from the fact that there's hundreds of ants literally at the doorstep, you can't see it from here. You can sort of see some. Apart from that, my suitcase is here. I am ready to go. Let's do this. Where's my Uber? £23, 57 pence. The journey's just under half an hour. Just locating me a driver now. Also, the term Lone Star, is that like a one big company, or are there a lot of companies called Lone Star? I went on a Lone Star boat trip on Monday, but I see Lone Star like everywhere. I've just seen it again. Real estate, properties, Lone Star. He's 8 minutes away, so I should get there just before 3 hours before the flight. So the timing's good at least. You know what I said in Chicago about Americans being so nice whenever I visit? A guy just apologized for me for parking his car. I'm literally standing in a car park, but the guy just parked over there. He had to like back up a little bit to adjust his car. And like he didn't even come close to me at all, but I moved out of the way just in case, because I thought he was going backwards behind me. Then he got out the car after he parked. He's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to." I'm just like, it's okay, mate. You don't have to apologize for that. I thought that was more of a British thing anyway, apologizing for everything, even when it's not necessary. I've just been, someone has literally said sorry to me, for parking their car. I love when something so random happens. I'm just waiting for an Uber and like, and that happens. But that's normal. To be fair, that's something I would do if I was a driver. That's something I'd definitely do. I'd take 10 years to park the car, then I'd get out and be like, I'm sorry, even though the pedestrians have nothing to do with it. I've seen like 5 WAYMOs down the street. I'm guessing they don't go to the airport. It would make sense. Otherwise, it would match me with one, I think. It would suggest it to me at least. Tell you what, this is one of the longest 8 minutes of my year. I think it's all the traffic lights. Like when you check the app, where the driver is on the car tracker, they're always stopping at each block intersections. Like it's never like all green lights. So I think that's where the time goes. Because it says 8 minutes, but that 8 minutes is based on you just driving normally all the way. It doesn't account for traffic lights. So then it delays that 8 minutes. So sometimes it will say 2 minutes for like 5 minutes, and it's just like, well, he's not moving. Can't you estimate that? You estimate how long it takes when I'm in the car on the journey. You factor in the traffic and everything. But when you're tracking the driver to get to me, you don't factor in the traffic. You just be like, oh, 8 minutes. But that's if they have all green lights all the way. Well, the sun is, that's the wrong button there. The sun is setting. And we are off into the night, an overnight flight. Taking off 10:14 p.m. in Austin, landing at 1:35 in the afternoon in the UK on Thursday. And in an airport that's almost empty for some reason. British Airways is right in the corner over there. So the driver dropped me in the right place. Great Uber driver, I got to tip him as soon as I go for security. But that is it for this vlog. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna head home now, obviously, with the last vlog of the holiday. And the next holiday is just around the corner. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and goodbye.